Hi everybody, back for round two. I suppose I should be watching to figure out what my opponent is playing, because that's what people do in DEs, and guaranteed he's going to do that for me. So he played against Chris last round and lost 2-0, so let's see what he's got in his main deck. I was saving the file. I would have done this in between rounds, but it took too long to save my file. Oh, great. So he's playing Pod. This will be funny. Or I'm sorry, not Pod. Of course I would call it Pod. He's playing Workshop, so we're going to be in a Workshop mirror of sorts, only I have Birthing Pod. So I think I have the advantage in this match, except for Smokestack. That's scary. Hex Parasite can interact with Chalice and Smokestack. He's got the aggro advantage. So we'll see how this goes. Okay, so do I want to mulligan this hand that only has mana and a Skull Clamp? So if he leads off with a Chalice, let's say, I don't know what I can do. Smokestack I can actually deal with because of Retriever and Skull Clamp. I'm going to go ahead and keep this hand because I think that I can accrue enough value out of Mirror Retriever and Skull Clamp that I think it'll be worthwhile. I could take that back in 30 seconds. Kind of don't want to O2 this daily event, because I actually think this deck is powerful, even if it looks goofy. So if he plays Trinisphere, I guess that's bad. Chalice for 1 or 2 would also be bad. Wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Okay, so he's got some kind of explosive start into more ramp. Okay, so next turn there'll be like a Lodestone Golem out. I'm gonna get a Mox Opal down there right away. She doesn't know what else is going on. After we do that, I think the best move, let's see, I could go Seat, Skull Clamp, and then Mana Vault. I don't really want to equip it though. I could play an Ancient Tomb, and then cast Skull Clamp and Mana Vault. And basically what I'm trying to say here is that I'm going to have 3 artifacts down, no matter what. Let's see, if I do Ancient Tomb, and then I cast the Mana Vault and the Skull Clamp, then I have 1 more. Then I can't cast the Retriever, which maybe is just perfectly fine. Yeah, let's go ahead and not cast the Retriever. I don't need it down right away. Let's try to get this Skull Clamp down. So this doesn't ramp quite as fast. Maybe I would have wanted an Ancient Tomb down instead of Seat, but it does have the benefit. Oh man, he won. It does have the benefit of making me take much less pain, which is probably going to be important in this matchup, especially when he's got Mishra's Factory, and it might be a race with this Mana Crypt. So you can play like Smokestack. Maybe I should have thought of that with the Ancient Tomb. He's going to go ahead and Wasteland. I think that should be fine. Maybe I'll just use it to cast something. I would actually rather he kill my Seat. Good. Because that sucked. Lodestone, probably? Yeah. Okay, so we need to find a way to deal with that guy. That's funny. Okay, so let's look at our options here. I think actually the thing to do is going to be to play an Ancient Tomb, play a Hex Parasite, and just equip it right away. Draw some cards. And then I have a Retriever that I can cast and block and return the Hex Parasite or the Seat. That strikes me as right. Is there anything I want to remove counters from? He could play a Smokestack, so I might want to retrieve the Hex Parasite. Or Chalice, for that matter. So let's draw some cards. We got our own Lodestone, which is pretty good. We also have our own Tolarian Academy, which is pretty good. So that's going to be able to untap a Mana Vault soon enough. I think what I want to do here is, doesn't look like I can actually... I'm not going to be able to play Lodestone Golem and equip it this turn, that's for sure. But I could play the Lodestone Golem. I'll at least start trading blows. That leaves the Mana Vault tapped, though I will be able to untap it with Tolarian Academy. The alternative is to drop the Retriever and just block and get something back. Or actually, for that matter, tap the Mana Vault and the Mox Opal, or just the Mana Vault at first, and equip with the Skull Clamp, then I can just play the Retriever soon. Let's try that. I think that's actually one of the more interesting plays here. Just start accruing advantage this way. Oh, you know what? This might be wrong for the simple reason that I'd rather have a Lodestone Golem returned. Yeah, I think this was a mistake. Still learning. Let's draw some cards anyway. Yeah, we're probably going to want to return that Hex Parasite. We drew a Deceiver Exarch, which is not the best thing to draw right now. Yeah, so even though I drew a bunch of cards, I feel like because of the error I just made, I'm not in the best position. Especially he could blow me out somehow, any number of different ways. Oh man, he won the flip again. What a bummer. So all these Ancient Tombs leave me in kind of a bad position with Hex Parasite. Especially when he's got a fact, too. I really think I should have cast the Lodestone Golem there. I think that was a mistake. I mean, he has the option maybe of duplicating something. Yeah, do I do this? I don't know. I can draw a bunch of cards with this guy. It just isn't all that good. If he plays a Smokestack, though, I'll want it. Though I can Deceiver Exarch Smokestack and not sack some permanents. That's an interesting option. Let's plan on doing that. But maybe I just want to draw cards with Skull Clamp. You know what? Let's go ahead and take this. I think that's the safe option. Could be highly mistaken. Still learning about this format, man. It's fun. It's fun to not know what you're doing. Another Lodestone Golem? I kind of hope not. Oh, well, I guess it is. Cool. Cool beans. Now we take another one. Okay. So Academy, I think, has to come down here. How much does this add? It's 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can just play a Lodestone Golem right now and feel like a chump. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I do that, the Deceiver Exarch is going to cost 6, which is funny. It costs 5 right now. Yuck. Yeah, Deceiver Exarch. What I'm trying to say is Deceiver Exarch kind of sucks right now. I can draw a bunch of cards with Hex Parasite still. Which is an interesting possibility. And if I can play another artifact, get even more mana from Academy. I don't know, Deceiver Exarch might eventually just untap a Mana Vault. Or it might make a Lodestone Golem unable to get in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mana right now. Why do I have so many lands in hand? Yuck. And untap Mana Vault. If I cast this for 5, that's pretty bad too. I think the best thing to do here, could be wrong about this, is going to be to equip the Skull Clamp to Hex Parasite. Damn the torpedoes if he's got something. There's a Grim Monolith. Probably going to want to play that if I can. Yeah, I think I want to, right? Even though it's going to involve taking extra damage, because it'll give me an easy way to untap the Mana Vault to avoid taking 1. I'm taking so much damage. No, definitely the best thing to do here is to equip Skull Clamp onto this to draw more cards. Yep. So now his Factory can get in there, but I'm not going to be blocking that this turn anyway. Wow, he won 3 in a row. That's sort of crappy. So we've drawn a lot of land. I feel like that wasn't entirely our fault, but I definitely think that I made errors so far in this game. So taking 7 is pretty bad, because then we're going to be really low. But I have to do that. So, yep, let's trade here. Do I want to block that one, or do I want to block the Metamorph? I think I want to block the Metamorph one. Well, we drew another one. That's something. Hope he doesn't play Precursor Golem. That'd be pretty bad. Maybe he's afraid because of this Golem. That'd be really bad. Wow, I drew all 4 Ancient Tombs. Okay, so let's just reflect on this. What's been happening? Drew a lot of land this game. Started with land heavy hand. Oh, that's bad. Okay, so let's reflect on what we have to do right now. I can untap that for 4. I can play this for 5 and untap it. How much does this add right now? 3. Yuck. So in order to play for 5, I have to take 2 from an Ancient Tomb. Am I just dead? Not sure I'm dead yet. I'm just really close. So I can untap Tolarian Academy with Deceiver. I mean, we'd have to draw something really good then. Because right now, he's going to hit me for 1 with Mana Vault. Okay, so the options are to untap Mana Vault by paying 4. So I'd untap Mana Vault, then I'm at 3. Then I only need 2 blockers, but this is tapped and this is tapped. And I can't tap this, effectively. I need 2 blockers. I'm going to play 1. I think the best thing to do is hope that I can draw something good, and then play a lot of stuff at the same time. Not entirely convinced about that. Yep, we're not gonna do that. Let's draw a Salvage Titan. Okay, that's another blocker, so that's pretty good. It's tapped, so it is tapped, so it's gonna hit me for 1. Okay, time to reflect on this, but guarantee that not playing an Ancient Tomb is the right thing. This will add a total of 2, but with Academy, I could play a seat, and that would add, I'm sorry, 3, but that would add 2. What I'm trying to say is I think this is the right play. Ancient Tomb is unusable, so we have, this adds what, 3? Yuck. So we have 3, 6, 7. Means I can only play 2 blockers. Do I just lose? No, I don't think so yet. First things first, we play this Grim Monolith. Definitely. I think we use that. And I think we just play a Palladium Mirror. Okay. So now I can have 6. Is that not going to be enough to live through this turn? 7. Why does that cost 5? So like, if I use this, I can untap the Mana Vault. Yeah, I think I gotta do that. And then I can tap it to play this. And then equip. What do I want to equip here? Give this 2. That seems bad. Like, we lose already a lot of guys. I think I have to equip this so it can trade with a lodestone. And then we pass the turn. We plan on going to 1, and if he has any way of dealing any damage to us, we lose. So how about he loses this flip this time? That would be at least a little satisfying. I don't like these doing stuff before combat. That bodes badly for me. Unless he's just planning on not attacking. But my hand is so bad, it's just 5 lands. So it would be good if we drew Platinum Angel. Be pretty stoked about that one. Okay, so here they come. I think we're blocking both these. I mean, we're definitely blocking both of them. I would lose, let's see, so I'd be able to untap 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'd be able to untap the Mana Vault 5, I guess. Yuck. Yeah, let's do it. Well, that Worm Coil needs to be online like yesterday. Hope he doesn't play a Steel Hellkite. Oh, man. Okay, so will Worm Coil be able to bring us back into this game? That is now the eternal question. Okay, so let's think about this. Oops, undo that. Okay, so that's 4. I could untap the Mana Vault. What does that let me do? Lets me do what I was doing, but take less damage, right? Yeah. Because all I really want to do is get this Worm Coil engine down. And hope he has no duplicate or anything. If he has a duplicate, I think I lose. But I think he would have done that last turn and just won. So let's plan on 2, 3. Yeah. I think this has to be right. Cool, a free dude. Let's get him down there. And now let's cast this gentleman. 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Let's hope he has no way to deal with that. And finally, let's get this thing on the Frogmite. And I feel pretty good about how that turn went, and I'd like to stabilize here. And now I've got to hurry things up because I'm already down 6 minutes from him. Okay, so he's at 10. That means this game could end soon. Duplicant. Trading Post. Does this somehow kill me right away? No, I don't think it does. You can gain a punch of life, though. We can find a Platinum Angel. Okay, so I guess that gets a blocker out of there for him. I can turn Frogmite into a Zealous Conscripts. So I think I probably, if I could only gain a little bit of life right now, I could Zealous Conscripts him out. I just don't. There's so many plays I could make right now with Zealous Conscripts, like taking Trading Post, like make a goat or gain some life. But in order to get there, I have to attack first. Okay, so that doesn't do anything right now. And I can keep removing soot counters from it. With Hex Parasite, if I want to get that back, that's probably not going to be the right move. I think the first thing I want to do is just gain a bunch of life. I think that's what I want to do. So, like, right now, I kind of don't really want to do anything. I don't have to sack shit. Okay, so do I want to just take 1 here? How much does this give me? Okay, but the truth is I don't really need a lot of mana right now. So we're gonna go ahead and I think we're gonna pay for this. And we've also got this Grim Monolith that I can pay for to untap. So maybe that would be worth doing here. And then we're in like the same position. No, that doesn't really do anything. Okay, so let's just move on. He's got 3 creatures essentially, and we have a Pith Driller that we can actually use to kill his goat. But again, I have no way of doing that right now. So attacking, gaining a bunch of life has to be right here. I'm not moving the Skull Clamp yet. Yep. Okay, so he's at 4. I can make a Platinum Angel, which is pretty good. He can gain 4 life, probably. I think all of that's fine with me. We're going to cast this. We're going to play this. And... oops, let's do this right. How about that? I'm going to play a Birthing Pod, and I think we want to turn this Frogmite into a... what do we want to make, a Pit Thriller? That seems terrible. We're going to have to sack a permanent next turn. I think that's okay. I can make Platinum Angel. That's probably okay too. And then I get some tokens. Yeah, let's do that. You know what I should probably do before I do that? I should probably move the Skull Clamp. Almost assuredly. Now we've got enough that I can mess around with that. What I'm really worried about right now is my clock, unfortunately. So let's go ahead. Sack this bro. Hopefully I don't find a Platinum Angel in these next 2 cards. That would be pretty disappointing. I do have this, which I can now cast on something. I'm definitely going to make the Lifelinker. Okay. Okay. So do we have anything to do at all? No. What I'm actually going to do is just F6. Save clock. Excuse me. Like, I don't think he's going to come back from this, because I've got a Duplicant and a Birthing Pod that I can pay for free. And I have to sacrifice a permanent. I'm going to choose this thing. Nope, we won't do that. Strip Mine, huh? So he can gain 4 life, right? Discard a card to gain 4 life. Okay, so he's a virtual 8. That's fine. Strip Mine is going to kill the Mishra's Factory. Then I'm going to cast the Duplicant. I don't know why he's doing that. Maybe just to eat my clock? I don't know. Is this better? You know what? Let's just move quickly here. What? Okay, fine. Yeah, I think he's just trying to eat my clock a little bit. She's got no cards in hand. Yeah. Okay, so we win. It wasn't an attempt at overkill. It was me being scared of my combat math. I need to tell him this format is still a scary, uncertain... What is happening? Okay, there we go. Okay, so what do we want to bring in? I actually feel like anything that's not an artifact is kind of bad, but Indrik Stomp Howler, I don't know, it gives me some options over Pit Thriller, I think. Is Platinum Angel better than Shieldred? I mean, you can cast it through Lodestone Golems, right? That's the difference. I mean, he could be bringing in Grafdigger's Cages. Like that's a strong possibility. Pithing Needle is definitely going to go in. I bet he takes out a lot of his various prison-related cards. So, like, I'm wondering if Pit Thriller is just better to bring in as a dude, and if I should be cutting Birthing Pods. I don't think I should do that. I could be wrong. He's going to be on the play, presumably. Maybe brings in Graveyard Hate for prison cards. Maybe I should just prep for that. I don't know. Like, I know that the Shieldred is kind of interesting against him, more so than Platinum Angel. It's just that Platinum Angel is much easier to cast. He can duplicate it, though. So, Shieldred. What do I want to do about Shieldred? Do I want to put it in just to sack a dude? Yeah, I actually think Shieldred is better than Platinum Angel if I can get it in play. Let's try that. Pit Driller sucks in this matchup. 3 more cards to take out. We want to leave a lot of our stuff in. This Summoner's Egg I definitely think goes in. Frogmite is okay because it can block a Lodestone Golem with other stuff with reasonable success. Salvage Titans are kind of mediocre. They let me sack artifacts, I guess, and they're big, but they die to Lodestone, so I actually think that they kind of suck. And I'm going to go ahead... You know what? I'm committing to not bringing Trinisphere. I'm going to go ahead and board out the Shieldred and go down to 3 Birthing Pods because I think he's going to bring in Cages. Don't want to draw multiple dead cards. And then I'm boarding out the Shieldred so the Platinum Angel... So I can cast my 7-drop, in other words. So that was game 1. We're down to 10. I wouldn't be surprised if I lagged out on this one. Okay, I think this hand is perfectly good. And he could prison me out. Don't really have any way to respond to that. But, yeah, on first turn, I think I... What is this? Oh, he's Serum Powdering. Okay. That's fine. Let's keep this... Ooh, goes behind. Let's hide it. Let's keep this over here. So we kept in Sphere, which is interesting. I guess because he's on the play, and if he casts that right away, then... no, we won't mulligan. If he casts that right away, then I don't have much I can do. Well, that's actually kind of unfortunate. So, like, all spells cost 1 more to play, huh? I would really love to get that Palladium there online. So one thing... Okay, what are my options here? If I play Seed of the Synod, potentially doesn't... It doesn't put me ahead, especially if he casts another Sphere. I think I just do this and play the Mox Opal. That puts me in a decent position for next turn, as decent as I can be in. And plus it doesn't force me to sack a City of Traders very soon. Definitely don't want that over the clock. Nothing, huh? Interesting. Okay, so this land is going to come down. And I think what I want to do here is, I think play the Skull Clamp, and then I wouldn't be able to do anything else. Would I be able to, maybe I'd be able to cast a Frogmite. Yeah. That's not so bad. I'm happy with that. So all these cost 1 more. That is hard to keep in my brain. What is this? Oh, yuck. Okay, well. Certainly a lot of dudes, but I've seen worse, I suppose. We drew another land. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 available. I can equip and play a Revoker. That's kind of bad. I can play a Lodestone Golem and then equip the Frogmite. That isn't so atrocious. It certainly isn't good. Maybe the best thing to do would be to get Monolith online. And I'm taking so much damage, though. I really think I need to equip the Frogmite. And then play land, I think. Yeah, I think I have to do that. So I mean, this is the same thing. This is the equivalent of playing a lodestone, essentially. And so let's make sure this is tapped now. I can play Grim Monolith and then just do nothing, or I can play the Seat. Wait, does that actually give me enough mana to do what I want to do? I'm not so sure it does. Okay, so maybe I had another miscalculation because I don't know how to do any math anymore. I guess I'd play Grim Monolith and then play a Palladium Mirror. That seems pretty bad because then I just tapped the Grim Monolith. Right now it's not doing anything though, and that's for sure. So let's go ahead and play that. I can play Seat and kill City, and then if I draw a land next turn I can play that, but I think this is better. Yeah, because I'm going to draw 2 cards. So I'm going to take a beating for 6. His life total is pretty low. So at least this game is going to end quickly either way, and then we'll have a chance at a 3rd game. But this mirror stresses me out. We don't have any way to interact. Ooh, yuck. That's unfortunate. So he can only benefit from this because he'll be in control of it. So we're definitely going to kill that one. Then again, he could return it with Trading Post. So let's kill this. That Workshop is pretty good. What is this? Another one? Oh, please, no. Okay. Okay, so that's 15 points on the board. Okay. Not quite sure what to do about that. Yeah, and he killed that land. That's fine. That is not unforeseen. 2 lodestones. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. That does not let us play both lodestones. How unfortunate. Okay, so I think you'll have to keep one of them back, though, unless you can play something else. So here's what we'll do. Tap this. Play a Workshop. Yep. Drop this bad boy. And then I think I have to do all this. Should I play like a Revoker naming something? What could he have as an activated ability? Let's go ahead and drop this. Though I could equip it the other way. Yeah, if I'm going to chump with something, I think I actually want to just play this. What would I name with this? How about Trading Post? I know he's got it in his deck. And then we go ahead and equip Lodestone. I think that's right. And so the plan actually here is to take a lot. I hope he attacks with everybody. I think I block if he doesn't attack with everybody. I think I block with both guys. I think if he attacks with everyone, I just block with Revoker, and then I hope he doesn't play anything that I can win. I'm going to F6 here. Yeah, I assume he's got a blocker of some sort or a way to gain life. But I think I'm just going to try and go to 2 here. Not kill anybody, not draw any cards. Because the most he can cast something for, I guess he could play like a Mishra's Workshop and pay something for 7 and go to 2. We're only going to have access to 4 or 5 on our turn, but that's another Lodestone Golem. That would be fine. We can also strip mine? No, we won't be able to strip mine then. Is this another precursor? Okay, that's unfortunate. Okay, so he had the blocker. We have another Lodestone, so we have to somehow be able to I guess we'll see if I screwed up by attacking and seeing what I can draw here, but I don't think I can draw anything so good. And Trinket Mage, does that do anything for us? I do not even think we can cast it. And Mox Opal is probably one of the worst cards we could have drawn there. Yeah, I think that is it for us here. Alright, so let's go to game 3. Now we're on the play, which I think gives us an advantage over that sort of situation. He didn't bring in Grafdigger's Cages that I saw. Salvage Titan actually makes short work of those little bros, so maybe that's better. Shieldred is not very good against them, it's fine, I guess. Pit Thriller blocks them too, actually, so I guess I boarded wrong? I don't know. It's very confusing. Summoner's Egg is even good against those guys. Frogmites are kind of good against them. There's stuff like Silvermere, I'm just not sure if it should be in here. Zell's Conscripts doesn't do very much against them either. Like, maybe I board out... I don't think I can board out the Conscripts, though, especially if I'm in pod mode. Like, Pithing Needle, is that good comparatively? I can name Workshop with that. These Revokers, now I'm starting to doubt a little bit. They don't do nearly enough. Heap Doll doesn't do nearly enough. Hex Parasite I can keep in there for Smokestack, but I guess it's not stellar. But it's certainly okay. Like, I think I want to board out a Frogmite or two, and then maybe I just still board out Shieldred. Just a lot of work to get up there. Like that game, if the same thing happens, I need to stay alive a little bit longer. This is a funny hand. Yeah, okay, we'll roll with this. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we almost have enough to cast Wormcoil Engine from this hand alone on turn 2, which is pretty good. I'm definitely going to throw out a lot of things right away. So, like, I think actually just being willing to take pain and playing the Skull Clamp and everything, I think that's worth it. Then he's got to read that card because it's so bad. Oh man. Guess it does something different. It's castable. No more chat though, because otherwise I'll just lose because of time. But things are looking good if I can get that Wormcoil down. It would be really nice just to draw a land on this turn. I don't want to lose because of a Mana Crypt. But if he kills, if he Wasteland, I guess he can't Wasteland this turn because he just played an Ancient Tomb. We have Junk Diver, which is nice. I would like the Wormcoil Engine to die before I have to Junk Dive it. Oh, well that's highly unfortunate. Null Rod, huh? No, it's... oh, great. Okay, so... now we're in a position where we can't do anything. Wow. Interesting. So, what are my options here? To draw 2 Workshops and then play a Wormcoil Engine, I guess? But I'll probably just lose to Mana Crypt in the meantime. It's interesting because his deck actually doesn't have that many activated abilities on artifacts. Now he's going to play a Lodestone. That's unfortunate. Let's just draw. Okay, so we need to draw like Workshops or Tolarian Academy, basically. Or Salvage Titan. That would be pretty good. There's something to cast if I had any mana available, but I do not. So I wonder if I should just go ahead and cast the Opal now. There's no reason to keep it in my hand. One reason to cast it would be in case I draw an Academy. And I don't want this to cost more later from like a sphere of resistance. I think I want to deal 1 now and block later. I do know that this is looking pretty bad. So let's just draw Tolarian Academy. There's 1 in the deck. I've got a 2% chance of drawing it. It would be pretty good, I think. Oh. Yep, how about now is a good time. Now is definitely a good time. Oh. Oh, man. Okay, so that's not going to happen. This might be the end of our daily event dreams. I think I could have played game 1 differently in this matchup, but Null Rod definitely blows me out. I don't really have any way to answer it actually, except this little dude. But obviously, I can't get to him very easily. So here, let's lose to Mana Crypt. So what I'm learning is that I need some way to deal with dudes, if not. Oh. Okay, guys. We will see you next time. I'll try this again because this deck is, I think, playable. It's weird. We drew all of our artifact lands this time. We had this Wormcoil Engine so close. If only like this seat had been a Mishra's Factory or something, we would have been looking pretty good on turn 1. But nice playing with everybody. Or I guess nice playing with both of our opponents. I didn't play with you guys because you're watching. You're not playing unless you're one of the 2 guys that I played who is now watching. Either way, tune in next time. It's a pleasure to have you. Take it easy, folks.